Welcome my friends back to Marvel Snap. As you might be able to tell from this Venom card back or the beautiful triple digit number over here, we have made infinite rank on the last day of the season, and it's all due to this deck right up here. We are going to break down the deck list, how to be able to pilot it in Pool 2. I am firmly of the mind that this is the optimized Pool 2 deck list, the definitive king of the early pools, but then we're also going to show how it can be upgraded to still carry you in Pool 3 as well. Now my friends, I was hard stuck, rank 84. I probably played 24 hours of gameplay at rank 84. I finally asked myself, if I'm going to make a push to hit infinite, what is it going to take? It's going to take somebody with a back that's strong enough to carry me to the promised land. Our zoo list, the Heimdall movement list, these were Moses. They took us to within sight of the promised land, but now this is Joshua, who's actually going to carry us across the Jordan. You might know him by another name. He's called Destruction Dino. The game plan is to be able to leverage Devil Dinosaur's incredible power. He can be up to 17 strength, gaining +2 power for each card in our hand. With Moongirl, we can create a copy of the Devil Dinosaur to be able to play 2 of these champions, or we can simply use her to make sure that our Devil Dinosaur is hitting his maximum power. This synergy of the Moongirl copying cards in our hand, or duplicating cards in our hand I should say, also synergizes with the Collector, making him a very efficient 2-drop on the list. He's also deriving power from the Cable, drawing from the opponent, and the Sentinel. Both of these cards are replenishing cards into hand, buffing the Collector, empowering the Devil Dinosaur, and the Cable specifically is giving us information about our opponent's deck. In a mirror match, he's great because we're likely drawing a card that synergizes with our own deck. In another matchup, it tells us more information early on in the game about what we can expect from the opponent, and we can adapt our play accordingly. We also, of course, have the Agent 13 creating a random card in hand, being able to play her, buff the Collector, empower the Devil Dinosaur. She can be synergized, or she can be played and comboed on turn 6 alongside the Devil Dinosaur for just a little bit of an extra burst of power. And honestly, this random card, there have been times where it's won me the game. There's also been times where it's unplayable. So it's very much a mixed bag, but it is quite fun to run. Before we get into the more spicy tech here, we have the Angela, the Queen of Efficiency, blah, 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 blah. She's in every single Pool 2 deck until they decide to nerf her. I highly suspect that in the next balance patch, she's actually going to become a 2-0. So enjoy her while you still can. Now we have 2 other packages of tech. The first up is some control against the opponent. We have the Shang Chi to be able to shut the opponent up if they have the audacity of running a Devil Dinosaur themselves or any other large card, able to destroy all opponent's cards of 9 or more strength at that location. We also have the Killmonger to stop Zoo in its tracks. The Killmonger here is also segueing into our other synergy, which is the self-destruction side of things. We are running Nova, which can propagate buffs to our entire side of the board, and we are bringing in the Carnage and the Bucky to be a solid self-destruction package. The Bucky turning into the 2/6 Winter Soldier, especially if he is fed to the Carnage here, is creating such a powerful early burst of tempo, and then the distribution of buffs off the Nova is really what puts this up and over the top. The Carnage is also beautiful here to be able to open up locations that got locked down either through Savage Land or Central Park, spewing out the little 1-drops, maybe even the Shadowland giving us the negative strength ninjas, or some other unfortunate event that's clogging up a location. Carnage can open it up, and we can still get in there and keep on playing to win. Let's dive into our first game here to be able to see how the deck plays out. I've got the list that I love right up above, but if you want to talk any card substitutions, deck optimizations, just leave me a comment down below. I'll get to it. Somebody else, one of the incredible members of the community, will help figure out how you can optimize your deck list. We can line up the Angela here or go right into the Sentinel. I think we'll play Angela to Xandar. We'd like to fill up this location to be able to get all of those juicy buffs. And the Sentinel here is incredible efficiency at 1-3. Are you kidding me? We'll play the Agent 13. Honestly, anticipating she could be fed to the Carnage and broken with the Nova. We could also just play her off on the... Well, let's not play her to the mystery location. That has a tendency to bite me. Most often it doesn't, but it does have the potential. We play Angela. Flip the Sentinel. Very curious. So the opponent playing Forge are probably playing a movement deck. And then we're able to get whatever Agent 13 has decided to spawn. A Mojo. It's fun, it's efficient. If locations are being completely filled up, it's a good line. Let's throw in the Sentinel. And then do we want to play the Mojo now, or do we wait? I honestly think that we wait. We could stack the Bucky right now, but we have such a large discount from the Elysium, we don't need to be in a hurry to play any of these cards. Especially not if we had Moongirl in hand that we were looking to be able to double stuff, or if we had, I don't know, the Devil Dinosaur we were trying to rush in. They're able to get everything on the multiple man. That's the full 9 strength multiple man. Ah, the 9 strength multiple man is the dream. It is the dream, my friends. Shang Chi is the breaker of dreams. That sounds stupid. Help me workshop that one in the comments. But still, we flip first. We have the initiative. The Shang Chi is going to be able to shut the multiple man up before any of the movement happens. And at this point, they'll likely just retreat. They had the Kraven and the Doctor Strange. Yep. Doctor Strange now pulling the Forge over. Not exactly what they wanted. Waiting for the realization to set in on the opponent. Wow. They're actually in for this? Okay. I mean, listen, if they want the extra punishment, I'll serve it up. Carnage now able to break the Nova, buff everything on the board. The Agent 13, the Bucky Barnes getting fed to him as well. The Winter Soldier going to appear. Not going to be able to get the Nova buff, but at this point, I don't care. We're way too far ahead. We take their Iron Fist, don't care about that. Mojo could be at a handy location, getting completely filled. Mojo is able to get +6 power if both players have 4 cards at the location. Turning him into a 2/8, which is absolutely incredible stat efficiency.
Iron Man.
They play the Iron Man blank. Why are you there it is. Okay, okay. Losing the multiple man there. They put so much into it. That's exactly why we bring the Shang Chi. Diving into our next match here, we've got the Agent 13, Bucky Barnes, Carnage. Quite happy with the lineup that we have here. Look to set up the Bucky, to play the Carnage. We could have played the Agent 13. I'm holding out to see if we get the Collector. We get Central Park. There's a little squirrel to be able to feed to the Carnage specifically. We also have Devil Dinosaur here, so we'll look to play Moongirl on 4, get the Devil Dinosaur copied. So we want to get these other cards that are ahead of the Devil Dinosaur out of our hand. Luke's Bar, interesting. Okay, let's actually... Well, yeah, we'll play the Agent 13, and then we'll go ahead and pop the block on Monster Metro. I was wondering if we wanted to feed the Agent 13 to the Carnage. It's an even trade of stats. Then she's just not in the way. Sure. Killmonger kills all the squirrels. Great. Now it's interesting because we can play the Sentinel to Luke's Bar. Ooh, we got the Captain Marvel? That could actually be a winning card for us. As crazy as that is. But Captain Marvel will be able to run to Luke's Bar at the end of the game. At the end of the game, she moves to a location that wins you the game if possible. And this is why Agent 13 is so fantastic. It really is. I hope the opponent doesn't have Shang-Chi with both Carnage and Winter Soldier right now being large enough to be targeted by that Shang-Chi hit. Okay, they've got the Collector. They've got the Sentinel. You have to anticipate that the opponent does play Shang-Chi. Just because this deck is so popular right now. Let's get the Devil Dinosaur out there. Might actually be better at Central Park rather than the Monster Metropolis. If we played it to the Monster Metropolis, then the Carnage and the Winter Soldier would go down to 6 each, meaning that they would be out of range of the Shang-Chi. They've got their Devil Dinosaur. Fantastic. They did not have the Moongirl, though, to be able to get the duplication. Also, why is your Devil Dinosaur... Oh, it's getting the buff from Monster Metropolis. You only have 5 cards in hand. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, it looks like we have 2 routes to be able to win. We could play the Devil Dinosaur ourselves here to the Monster Metropolis, and that should put us over the top of the opponent. But I want to play the Captain Marvel. If they play the Shang-Chi, they'll win Central Park. And then we'll have to move the Captain Marvel. We won't be able to win 2 locations. I feel like it's actually better to play the Devil Dinosaur. That'll put our Devil Dinosaur at 15 strength. Do we think that the opponent is going to be able to get up the full 17 strength Devil Dino? They could, by playing into Luke's bar. They could have a couple ways to be able to swing Luke's bar. I think the Devil Dinosaur is actually better, even though the Captain Marvel is going to be so cute. And they just retreat. Alright, there it is. The Bifrost. Well, I hope that I'm not playing up against a movement opponent. Let's go ahead, play the Nova. Nova, then the Bucky, Iceman. It's our Cable. Okay. Shadowland shows the ninjas. Interesting. Well, if we get Killmonger or the Nova, we'll be able to clear those away. Let's play our Collector. Get him prepared for dropping Cable and Sentinel, and then holding the Bucky till we see the Carnage. All the power is decreased off of the Scorpion. Scorpion is just so annoying. Ooh. Limbo is going to be fun. Extending our game length. Let's go ahead and pull from the opponent's deck. See what they've got. What do you have to offer me? Opponent playing the Iceman, the Scorpion. What do we know about this deck? It's most likely the Infinite. Play Carnage as well. It could just be that they're playing the Destruction Dino deck, but they've worked in the Iceman and the Carnage. We get their Killmonger, which I do love here. So then I would like to play... Yeah, I'll play the Bucky and the Sentinel. Now, it's filling up Limbo for now, but the Ninja will die to the Killmonger. So we'll be able to have one more space to keep on playing to the Limbo. And then the late game is looking like it's going to revolve around the Devil Dinosaurs and the Shang Chi play. We have the Moongirl to be able to duplicate cards. It could be very beneficial for us. And we have the Sentinel to keep our hand size high, which the opponent has not been able to use. They're at only 2 cards in hand. Once your hand size gets too small, even the Moongirl can't necessarily take it all the way up to 7. So right now we are doing a better job of managing that aspect of the match. Let's go ahead and play the Sentinel, and then let's play... Yeah, let's play the Carnage. I do really want to get into the Killmonger here to open up the spot that the Ninja is occupying. I want to be able to play another card to Limbo. The Gamora scoring, but they're now big enough that the Shang Chi can kill the Gamora. I'm not too worried. We should really get into the Killmonger right now. Because I want to take the Ninja away. Well, hang on. It kills their Iceman, but it also kills their Nova. Meanwhile, I could just try and surpass them with the Collector buffs. I don't know, that seems really risky. But we also have tempo advantages elsewhere on the board. Maybe the opponent's gonna feel pressed to... Oh, I'm sorry. The Gamora up to 17 is beautiful, but Shang-Chi doesn't care how big you are. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. We'll snap on that. We get the Sentinel back to hand. Buff the Collector. Ooh, +7. And we got the Devil Dino as well, which can combo with the Sentinel, which is going to buff the Collector above. The Devil Dinosaur is going to be huge. Yeah. It's all locked up. What could they play? The Devil Dinosaur is going to be coming in at 9 strength. We have the initiative, so if they play Shang-Chi, they do get to kill the Devil Dinosaur, but that's still not enough to win, because I'll be taking them up to 15, and we're at 16 right now with the cards that we have lined up. I love that the Collector was able to sneakily eke his way up. A 2-6 going to 2-7. 2-7 stat line is incredible. We've played so many copies of the Sentinel. Normally just playing Sentinel the entire game will not win you the game, but when it's Limbo, and the game is extended, and you're also scaling the Collector, there we go. It can be enough to get the win. Now, as promised, the Pool 3 upgrade to be able to keep on riding Devil Dino to victory. So here in Pool 3, we have enough synergies that all connect to the Collector and Devil Dinosaur line of play that we have cut out the self-destruction hybrid. That package is really good, As soon as you enter Pool 3, if you're at the early stages of Pool 3, you can still play it to great success. I'm not saying that those cards are bad. They're excellent cards. But we have found just some other pieces that are giving us upgrades and taking us in a different direction. So a newcomer is Quin Jet. Incredible card here. Ongoing cards that didn't start in your deck cost 1 less. This means that the Sentinel that is then copied back to hand gets discounted, so he becomes a 1/3. It means whatever we draw with Cable becomes discounted. It means whatever we draw with White Queen, also a new addition, drawing a copy of the opponent's most expensive card, we get to play that card at a discount if we have set up the Quin Jet. We then only have 2 other newcomers to the deck. We have Mystique. On reveal, if the last card you played has an ongoing ability, this card gains it. She could, in a pinch, copy the Quin Jet if we play it early and are playing around a little bit of an awkward energy curve, but there are games where I've had it happen, and getting the -2, meaning that our Sentinels will become free, is hilarious. I absolutely love that kind of early tempo that she can generate. The Mystique can also copy the Devil Dinosaur, which is really what she is here to do. A beautiful play is that the Moongirl could duplicate the Mystique, and then you can actually play 2 Mystiques, and they each of them grabs the Devil Dinosaur, which is a wild turn 6. Finally, we have the Taskmaster. The last Pool 3 card that I was ever able to collect, which as you can see is not grabbed very many boosters, but Taskmaster is beautiful here. On reveal, set this card's power equal to the power of the last card you played. A 17 strength Devil Dinosaur. It's all revolving around you leveraging the Devil Dinosaur as the carry here. Jumping into our match here, we've got Agent 13, we have the Quin Jet. You throw that down turn 1 every single time. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We could... Okay, I take it back. There are ifs, ands, or buts. We could have played Agent 13 and then played the Quin Jet and then followed with the Mystique copying the Quin Jet. I don't know if that's really the best line to spend the Mystique on copying the Quin Jet. It just means that you've effectively done nothing up until turn 3, but then these cards that you copy are going to be 2 energy cheaper, which could just be very big swings, especially when you're pulling the White Queen to draw from the opponent. Their 6-drop becomes a 4 cost, which just lets you make some really fun combos. We're going to take old reliable here, Sentinel. Copies to hand. Discounted by the Quin Jet, bringing him to the 1/3 line. And make our way forward like this. Sewer system, not great. But we can put down the Collector. Honestly, we'll play the Sentinel yet again, buff the Collector, keep the discount train rolling, wait for Oscorp Tower to trigger, and then play our on-reveal abilities over there. The problem with playing the Dark Dimension is we don't get the on-reveal effect, and these are all effects that we want to be able to replenish to hand to keep on replaying these cards. Leveraging as much advantage out of the Quin Jet as possible. We have the Shang Chi, fun. Let's go White Queen and just see what we're working with. Could be very nice. We get a Hulk. My friend, why are you playing Hulk? Why are you playing Thing? Oh, it's a Patriot deck. Definitely playing a Patriot deck. Let's go ahead and play the Agent 13, the Sentinel, and then I guess I play the Cable as well. Well, hang on. I would prefer playing the Sentinel here and then the Cable here to get a draw off the opponent, as opposed to just the extra... Actually, maybe not. I take the order all back. The Sentinel, I know that I can combo with the Hulk next turn. And that feels pretty powerful to me. We're also going to be able to keep on buffing the Collector here. So Agent 13 created the Cosmo. Sentinel adds to hand. We go A-Bomb. They're really trying to put a lot of pressure here on the sewer system. Worried about what the Collector can do. So then it is Hulk. Hulk, Sentinel. Does the opponent have, say, Ultron? We're anticipating that this hidden card is Patriot. And then if they were to play Ultron, they would be getting 12 points right here, which we would be just ahead. Yeah? I feel pretty good about this. They play their Hulk. Okay. Hulk is going to be able to grab the Patriot buff to tie us at 14. There's the Patriot. But now the Cable and then our Hulk is going to give us the margin of victory to still be able to win. It's a beautiful thing. Well, I think that previous game certainly showed why the Quin Jet is an upgrade to the Nova Killmonger Carnage package. We've got it again here, which is amazing for us. Let's see, the opponent playing the Iceman. Ooh, I wanted to play the Agent 13 here to get something that would be discounted by the Quin Jet. Okay, Bifrost is going to pull us away from the Stark Tower. That's going to give those wonderful, wonderful buffs. Moongirl, hopefully we find something fun for the Moongirl to be able to duplicate. I'm still actually going to go with the Agent 13 here. Give me the Rando instead of the Sentinel. I know, the Sentinel is beautiful. Playing the 1-3 stat line is just fantastic. We got Vulture. With the Bifrost? Moongirl? Agent 13, are you... It's amazing. You know exactly what I need. So I actually want to go Collector here, and then... Yeah, I'll settle the Collector. Then it's going to be Sentinel Vulture. Hang on. It's interesting. The Collector coming in here late in the turn order. I could play Vulture, and then we're on turn 4, where I'd be able to play White Queen. Alternatively, it's Collector, wait for the Vulture, play the Vulture, the Sentinel, play White Queen on 5, and then play whatever we pull from them on turn 6. Which is fine unless we draw something like Devil Dinosaur, which we've been really trying to build up ourselves. Alright, so here's Vulture, Sentinel. I love that the Agent 13 gave us a Vulture with a movement ability. Hang on. It's insane. The Juggernaut giving us an extra... No, because it wasn't flipped? If we'd had the initiative, we could have just popped off. Absolutely popped off. Anyway. We get the buff here. We're still able to scale this location because of the Collector. And now we just want to run into the Stark Tower. So you go White Queen. Well, technically, let's go Sentinel, then the White Queen. The Taskmaster is on the table. The White Queen's going to be 8 strength. We could play the Taskmaster because he's going to be able to copy her at her current power, meaning that the buff from Stark Tower will get brought over onto the Taskmaster. Also, Hulkbuster works this way. Hulkbuster grabbing onto a card. That then card with the buffed power is considered the last one you played. So Taskmaster will be able to grab that card's power. A lot of flexibility around the Taskmaster. They have the Dracula. What good is Dracula? I have no idea. Let's play... We could play the Taskmaster. We could play the White Queen. Or not the White... We could play the Spider-Woman, which was created by the White Queen. Be able to debuff all of the opponent's cards here. Which is also a great... I mean, that's a higher value play for less energy than the Taskmaster. So I don't know why I was even thinking too hard on that one. We have the initiative. We're up by 10. How big do we think this card that Dracula is going to consume is going to be? Like, do I need this to take me up to 16? 16 puts us out of range of everything besides the Infinite. The opponent has 4 cards in hand. They could whittle themselves down to the Infinite. We could also simply play Hero to Legigilia as well. But if they play here, they get the buff from the Angela, they can move the Nightcrawler, they could play a bunch. They could really put us out of range if they want to press at Legigilia. Maybe we actually anticipate that that is their goal. And it is the Taskmaster Sentinel to be able to go out of range of whatever Dracula eats. Okay. Normally, I like trying to equalize at the losing lane, but when they have so much more to give out of the Angela with the ability to move the Nightcrawler to the side, I feel like this is the better line. They just play a single card. Well, never mind. What is this winning card? You have something that actually wins at the Bifrost? You're swinging, okay. Sure. But that he only ate the armor. Alright, obviously they wanted a better pull out of the Dracula. But we were so far ahead here. I think we had the margin of victory either way. So here is the deck list in all of its glory. Now, there's a lot of different ways to be able to play around the Devil Dinosaur, so I'm by no means saying that this is the only kind of list you can run Devil Dino with in Pool 3, but these are definitely cards to keep an eye on to be able to improve your Devil Dino list if you're not completely sick of the dinosaur yet in Marvel Snap. Now with the new season, we have so many new projects going on here at the channel. Subscribe to be able to see our future videos, other deck guides, testing the new season pass cards, climbing up to Infinite yet again on 2 different accounts. I'm really excited for what is to come. Till next time, thank you guys for watching and keep on snapping.